Welcome to the IMG Performance Institute here in Bradenton, Florida. I'm Stacey Daniels. I'm a performance specialist here at the Institute. Today I'm going to be walking you through a 6-part performance series on tennis speed and power, how important it is for athletes to be able to hold tight positions, to be able to move quickly from side to side, front to back position on the court, and be explosive. Today the 6-part series is going to break down different postures and stances needed for tennis to be able to be successful. All the greatest athletes, all the greatest professional tennis players are able to hold their stances very, very tight, as well as what are some of the fundamental movement patterns for tennis. We're also going to look at how to create power, how to react off the ground, as well as at the end, we're going to break down and incorporate some on and off the court drills that we can use with med balls, as well as bungees, to move our athletes quicker through different positions. Today we have 2 of our athletes. We have Amar Vora, IMG alumni, as well as he's a collegiate player, and we have Natella Nibieva, who's one of our IMG student athletes here today. Let's get started. In our first segment, we're going to look at creating stance and posture. In our first exercise, we're going to look at a med ball linear series. Our med ball linear series is going to look at 3 different positions while still staying true to our posture. We'll look at overhead, forehead, and a chest position. It's very, very important in tennis that we train the athlete not only in their lower body, but in their upper body as well, because those are the muscles they're going to be utilizing the most through their overhead serve and through their ground strokes. So what we want is we want to be able to have a tight posture when have them sit in their hips with their chest over their thighs, their hips back, almost as if they're leaning towards the wall or towards the net. The first position is going to be overhead. They're driving it into the wall while keeping everything nice and tight. Second position, we're going to look at the forehead, driving the ball off their forehead, nice and tight, still holding the same exact position. Last one from their chest, they're going to drive the ball into the wall, off their chest, still holding that same exact position as well. It's very, very important they hold true to their position all the way through all 3 shots to make sure nothing's moving, because that's going to allow more speed when they move, as well as through the ground strokes. We're going to get Amar in here for live speed to show you how it's done. The first movement, he's looking at overhead. He's driving the ball into the wall while still keeping his knees bent, hips back, and chest over his thigh. He's going to drop that ball down to his forehead for the second position, still driving the ball into the wall at a continual speed, keeping it nice and fluent, sitting in his hips. For the last one, he's going to drop that ball down to his chest, still driving the ball into his wall, upper body stays nice and relaxed, and he stays relaxed in his posture as well. For our second exercise, we're going to go through our med ball rotational series. For this one, it's going to be the same as exercise 1. We're still staying true to that same exact posture. Now we're just going to involve torso rotation. So I'm going to set my body up in the same exact position, feet shoulder width apart, hips back, chest over my thigh. Now I'm looking to rotate the ball back to my hip without anything rotating out, but still driving the ball into the wall. This exercise is extremely important because 1, we're looking at ground strokes. This truly resembles what an athlete would be going through within a forehand or a backhand, where they're really sitting in their hip and they're driving that ball across the net. 2, we're looking at core postures. It's going to strengthen their center, as well as 3, we're going to look at rotation. Tennis is a rotational sport, so as they improve within this exercise, they're going to improve in the court as well. Right now, Natella's in a great postural position. Her hips are back. She's driving that ball into the wall as she rotates. This is extremely important for all of her ground strokes. As she's existing within an open, within a neutral, she's locked and she's loading her position. She's going to switch to her backhand side. Same exact thing, posture doesn't change, hips stay back, chest over her thigh, and she's driving the ball into the wall. Again, that rotation is extremely important. As she moves in the court, she plans for that ball. She wants to be able to make great contact, rotate, and push that ball across the net. This concludes our first video on stance and posture, and effectively using a med ball to hold that stance and posture. For our second video, we're going to take it to the court, and we're going to break down fundamental movement patterns, allowing the athlete to understand how to move off the baseline into the service box at angles, as well as move to their right or left to the singles or doubles line to effectively track down a ball.